Hey y'all! Eco is almost 17 months, so this video is long overdue. The good thing is that I fully had the opportunity to witness my hair pre-pregnancy, prepartum, postpartum, and now. So I have a full and complete picture of what's going on. Most of you watching already have an idea of what happens hormonally while you're pregnant. But to understand the process in more detail and how it affects hair growth and shedding, make sure to watch this video where I go over the 4 growth cycles. Some people say there's 3, but there's actually 4. I also posted a video on the details of how postpartum shedding works. Throughout this video, I'm going to be referring to hormones a lot. So make sure to watch this video where I give you a brief explanation on what the endocrine system is and what it does. In this video, I'm going to focus more on my postpartum shedding journey and the things that I did to minimize the impact of all these hormonal changes. To make a long story short, your endocrine system uses hormones to control and harmonize your body's internal metabolism, energy level, reproduction, response to injury, stress, environmental factors, and of course your hair follicles. It's a sensitive and complex balancing act that, in my opinion, we should go out of our way to maintain. In fact, especially in today's world, most people have or will experience some type of hormonal imbalance. Because the truth is, hormones are not really something we think about until we're experiencing the symptoms of an imbalance. The balance of our hormones changes throughout our lives, especially during pregnancy, and that's normal. But assuming you have no genetic factors, there are real ways to make the transition between these changes smoother and help your body avoid harsher or even permanent postpartum shedding. These 4 things will not make you avoid postpartum shedding. What it will do is 2 things. It will help make the process less intense, and it'll give your body everything it needs to make a full recovery. Mental health is a big one, specifically stress. We look at stress as a minor thing, but did you know stress can lead to actual changes in the levels of many important hormones in your body? It directly affects your endocrine system and can actually lead to multiple endocrine disorders. So stress is serious. The intensity and the length of time you experience stress can weaken how well your hormones respond or adapt to stress. In other words, stress can cause hormonal imbalances, and hormonal imbalances can cause stress. It's a horrible cycle that so many of us are on. The effects of stress is especially damaging to pregnant women because that's when we're most vulnerable. It makes the regular, normal hormonal changes more intense. This also means it can make postpartum shedding more intense and harder to overcome. We're women. We carry our species in our womb. That makes us very sacred. It's so important to put stress avoidance and management at the top of our priorities, before pregnancy, during, and after. It should be a lifelong commitment. In today's world, stress comes from so many directions, and it's up to us to know what to keep and what to remove. But there are ways to counteract the effects of stress. This sounds small, but I've come to realize that solutions to big and intense problems are usually small and consistent. So find a hobby that relaxes you, that puts you in your happy place. It could be singing, dancing, drawing, running, anything, and stick to it consistently long term. Come up with a schedule you know you can keep. And if you fall off, that's okay. Try again. Just don't give up, because I can't stress enough how important it is to manage stress. When I was pregnant with Eco, I avoided stress by staying away from triggers and staying close to nature. To be honest, I've been on this energy for a while now, so I didn't have to make any major adjustments. Putting yourself first can be hard because it can require you to make tough decisions. What made it easy for me was to remind myself what impact it has on my legacy. Sometimes the matriarch of your future generations is you, so a lot depends on the decisions you make today. Diet is another big one. I've posted videos on this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But the quality and the quantity of food you eat directly negatively or positively affects your hormones. The worst that can really tear you up is refined sugar. There's this perception out there that being pregnant gives you a pass to eat anything you want and an exorbitant amount of food, when in reality, this is the worst time to mindlessly eat. Your body needs so much vitamins and minerals while you're pregnant. Your appetite goes up because your nutritional needs go up. You need a lot of nutrients to keep the symptoms of all these hormonal changes stable and to help provide your baby with what she needs to develop properly. You cannot just rely on prenatals. Getting your nutritional requirements from whole foods will keep your body, including your hair follicles, from breaking down too much. In fact, women with poor nutritional diets that is high in sugar often notice that their postpartum shedding is more extreme and lasts for a longer stretch of time. You may also notice that you never fully recover from it. So a well-rounded whole foods diet is so important. I've also pretty much already been on a healthy food journey since moving to Hawaii. But while I was pregnant, I took a shot of something green from my garden every day. It was either a spinach shot, parsley shot, or a shot of bitter leaf. Apart from all the nutrients and electricity they provide, I did it mainly to help build my blood with more red blood cells and iron. It also increased the oxygen in my body and cells. I had so much energy. In fact, I was hyper throughout my pregnancy, even in the 3rd trimester. The taste also transfers to your breast milk, so today Eco has no problem eating green leafy veggies. These days especially, environmental factors should also be considered. It's crazy, but did you know hormone disruptors are in personal care products, cleaning supplies, food containers, and even drinking water? Avoiding them completely is impossible because they're conveniently everywhere. It may take some adjustments, but opt for brands that use simple and organic formulations and that have less or are free of harmful chemicals. If you can't make these changes right away, change things little by little over a stretch of time. You may not be able to remove every hormone disruptor from your environment, but each change makes a profound difference, especially if it touches your food, your body, or your skin. I make most of the personal care products that we use, and for the rest, I opt for products that are at least USDA certified. Environmental factors also have to do with your actual environment. So exposure to negative ions is important for everyone, but it's even more important for pregnant women. Negative ions are most abundant in nature, near waterfalls, and beaches. So I sat outside a lot, went on nature walks, and went to the beach during and after having Eco. Negative ions in the air actually travel to your bloodstream and quickly elevate feel-good hormones like serotonin. I personally believe that it cannot be replicated by machines. It's something you have to get from nature. Even something as small as having plants in your apartment increases the negative ions in your house by a lot. Last but definitely not least is physical activity. Being active while you're pregnant has so many benefits. But when it comes to hormones, exercising increases feel-good hormones like dopamine and serotonin. These hormones directly decrease stress and even depression. They make you feel good and more motivated to make better decisions with your health and diet. So it's all connected. Exercising and being active decreases stress and depression. When you're moving and feeling better, you make better decisions on what you put on and in your body. It's like a cycle of self-love that's automatically transferred to your baby. There's levels to postpartum shedding. For some women, it's a quick event that they overcome quickly. And for others, it's an intense event that's really hard to overcome. So in the next video, I'm gonna show you my pre and postpartum shedding journey and where I am now. I try to document the process as much as possible. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.